Today I wanted to try to replace the battery on this iPhone 10. Got as far as already separating the screen and also taking the two screws out. I'm going to use this battery as the replacement from ARGHH. Kit comes with everything you would need to replace the battery. This, and then it mentions this. There's a manual, which is nice. I was planning to do the iFixit video tutorial. This isn't much of a manual, but has this battery probably over here. One of the batteries. Here's the battery, as well as the some of the tools, but I probably won't need these tools. This is for separating the glass that's already, the screen which is already off. Put that aside. Here's the battery. It's a lot better than the battery that's in there right now. So let's have some fun. The instructions mention to watch a video, but I'm not going to be using that. I just need to skip to step 16. Start removing the screws. So I need to remove these screws. It's hard recording while I'm doing this. So let's try to remove some screws. It's hard to see. Guess I'll start from the right to the left. Start with this screw over here. Hope you can see it. It's too small. There you go. So you can't see it. My hand's covering it. There's the first screw. I'm gonna put the screw on tape so I don't lose it. So there's the screw. I'm gonna use some tape. Screw and tape. Now let's try. This is really bulging. Now I need to try the next one, which is this one over here. Sorry, you can't see. I'm moving this one. Anyways, gotta do this one, this one, this one, and this one. So 4 more screws. You don't really need to see that. Took out the screws, put them into tape. So now I can take this plate off somehow. You need to figure that out. You just have to lift this up and out, I think, but I'm not sure. It's coming out finally. And there you go. Now I have access to that. What do you call it? Connectors. And I'm on to step 18, which is have to remove some of the connectors. I need to remove this one here, the third connector. We'll we'll see if I can do that without damaging something. There you go. Let's go down to the next step. And now they want me to do the front panel. They're saying it's 1, 2. They're saying it's this one that needs to be disconnected. Sorry, it needs to be this one that needs to be disconnected, but it's hard to get a good angle. So you just have to take my word when I take this off. So I pulled off this one, and I pulled off this one. It comes out like that. Both come out like that. And now I need to do the OLED, which supposedly this one is the OLED, so I need to pull that out. This one. So that popped out. I now need to remove this one here. Sorry you can't see, but it's this one here. So I need to lift this off somehow without breaking it. It's hard to get to it because the battery is lifted so much. So I can't record this. This is too complicated. So this came out from here. Getting close. Getting close. I'm on step 21 here. Step 21. So I need to pull this out, but it's taped or glued down over here, so I have to slowly lift it out. I don't have a tool to do it, so all I did was I slowly pulled this out like this, just pulled it up. So now it came out, that connector over here, it came out. And I think I can remove the screen now. All the screen connectors are off. This thing here I think is the battery connector. So now it's a matter of pulling out the battery somehow without damaging it. I need to remove these bottom screws over here. You probably can't see. But they need to be removed, and then I'm going to put them onto this tape over here. First one is this one. This one, this one. You don't need to see this, so I'm just going to go do it. So I removed the screws down here as well as over here, and I think I can pull the brackets out, this bottom bracket. I'm not sure how, but it's going to lift off probably. Yep, just as I thought. Hopefully something. Oh, disconnected this, and I didn't even realize it disconnected it. So I was just saying I disconnected this. Hopefully I didn't break something. So you should take your time. Now I need to remove this screw over here. Wrong screwdriver, I think. It's not lifting off well, so I'm just gonna. It came out somewhere. I need to look for it. Again, I wish I had some tweezers. This thing over here comes out over here. See, it's coming out now. Came out. Now I need to disconnect this connector over here. So this lifts up from the bottom. And it's hard to get into this. I wish I had the right tool. You see, I lifted it up. And I'm at step 31 right now. At step 31 over here. Hopefully I'm close to taking off the battery. You need to take this piece off, so I'm trying to pry it out from over here. See, it finally came out. It's glued off on the bottom over here, so you have to pull off the glue. So here are the pieces now. Slowly coming. Okay, now I need to get rid of, disconnect the haptic engine. Still just one screw left over here. And then I can disconnect it over here and pull it out. And then I think I'm ready to finally have fun with trying to remove the battery, which is not really fun.
Daddy, wake! Wake! Daddy, wake! Wake!
Yep. My kid's playing with a little Lego mech right now. Okay, that's off. I'm going to disconnect this thing over here. And now I can just pull off the haptic engine. Super easy. So now's the fun part. I have to remove the battery. And there's tabs here to remove the tape. I can't really see the tab, but there's one on top over here. And there's 1, 2, 3 that I can pull. It's not going to go well, I know it, but you can kind of see over here, see into it because it's lifted so much. So we'll see. So this is a little overkill, but what I use is, if I can lift up enough of it, I use I wrap it around the chopstick, and then I just slowly pull it out. But this is actually kind of difficult. I really don't know how to do this. I hate doing this. So I'm trying to pull out one of the things. It's tough. I couldn't figure a way to pull this thing out, so I've just been slowly prying this without, what's it called, puncturing it. I need complete concentration, so I probably won't be recording this, but I've already failed, so I hate these type of batteries. Like I said, I slowly wedged it and I was able to pry it off just to make sure I don't tear this completely. And I'm able to pry off the top part. And I just need to clean off the existing glue tape or whatever you call it, and then put it back on. So I think I've done most of the hard part. There's really nothing to watch after here. This is just reassembly. So hopefully when we watch the final part of this video, everything's working and the battery is working fine. Surprisingly, again, this was showing 96% or 98% battery, but it's really bulging. I'm just scraping it with this thing over here, and it's coming off the existing old tape. So here's a replacement battery. I cleaned off some of the tape, but there's still some residue on here. Here's the battery, and I need to fit it correctly so that the connector over here connects properly over here. So we'll see. And this shouldn't be too bad. You don't need to see this part. I'm in the process of putting back the haptic touch. I just screwed this screw on. I need to, what's it called? Put back the connector. I haven't done that yet. Snap the connector on, I think. Hopefully I did it. Now the next part is putting this back on. Should do it like this. It's this connector over here that's getting in my way. So it's finally in. Just trying to get it to align. It's lifting up. I need to get it to align. I can put this connector back on. By using this is a little easier. So that's in, I think. I can screw. Before I screw, I need to put back this little tiny bracket or cover. I think it's more of a cover. And I can put the screw on the haptic engine back. Put on this screw over here. It's magnetized, so sorry, I'm covering it, but it needs to go in there and screw it. It's probably gonna fly out. It's not going in straight, but I need to do that. Luckily, I was able to screw this on. Haptic is back on, cover is back on, and now I am going to be doing this thing back on. There's a ton of screws. Before I do that, I need to screw this into the connector over here. I need to push it into the connector, which is where I'm going to tear it. It's like a grounding thing or something. I don't know. Who knows? But the point is, I need to somehow push this in. I end up having to use this, but it's pretty tough. This one's hard to get in. I'm gonna have to stop recording this because I'm shaking too much. So I got lucky. I just ended up pushing it in like this, and it went in. So now I can put this down and screw down the screws. Fun stuff. So I need to screw the 7 screws over here. You don't need to see that. Put back on the 7 screws over here. So the bottom part should be done. Now it's a matter of putting back on the screen, which I'm probably going to mess up. Here's the screen. I need to connect everything and put it back in. Then finally connect the battery over here. And then it's a wrap. Let's see if I can do it. You don't need to see this part. So I slid this connector in, and now I need to plug it over here. This one over here, if you can see. I need to plug that in. Careful not to damage the connector, whatever that means. So it looks like it's in. Then I need to make sure I push this down so the glue goes back onto it. So that's one connector. And then I have to get the other connectors, which are a different story. So I need to put this in. So again, I need to connect this one and then connect this one, and I call it a day. Connecting this one isn't too bad. I can do it with my hand. I just need to align it well enough and not break the connector while I'm trying to put it in. The one that's difficult is this one, since it's deeper inside. I can't really record this because my hand's going to be showing the whole time. So the first one over here was easy, like I said. Now this one's a little more difficult because I can't get to it too well. And I really don't want to break it, so I need to be very careful. I think I got it in. So everything's connected for the screen. And now it's just a matter of putting in the power connector over here. And I need to, it's hard, these newer batteries, sometimes they don't fit the way you want it to. But anyways, I need to go do that. So I think I got it in. Slightly, I'm going to put it in lightly like this and then hopefully turn it on. Moment of truth before I put it on completely. So maybe I didn't connect it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to damage the phone anymore. I tried plugging it in and it boots then shuts off. So there's something wrong with the battery. I don't think it's me because I tried plugging the old battery in and it powers fine. It's just the new battery either isn't connecting well or it's just a dud. So sadly, this is going to get a negative review from me. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to probably order a different brand. I'm in the process of returning it. I had to disassemble everything. And as I mentioned, when I plugged this in with it plugged in to a charger, it would just, the Apple sign would show up and then it would just reset again and do a loop of the Apple sign. So I didn't have luck using this, sadly. I'm going to try a different brand and, you know, using aftermarket batteries or it sucks for me because I maybe I made a mistake on my side, but I feel like what's it called? Sort of kind of wasted some time. So I'm returning this back to Amazon.
just watch.
Yeah.
Cracker. A cracker.
Yeah, I guess.
What type of cracker, Nettie? What cracker do you want? No cracker. You want this thing? No, I'm bread. And cracker. What type of cracker? You mean this cracker? This cracker? No, what chip? Oh, you want these chips? No, wanna make cracker. Want a cracker? The yellow cracker. What cracker?
I've got the screen connected now. It's just the battery. It needs to be
Brother, help me.
plugged in.
Oh.
Hopefully everything works, but I doubt it will. This is better than the previous battery that didn't power on at all. And it powered on. This battery works. The previous battery was broken. Yay. See, it says 60 something %.